I've often said that we're not here as human beings having a spiritual experience, but rather it's the reverse, that we're infinite spiritual beings just having a temporary human experience.
Everything is energy. Everything. So when you make a decision, you come to a crossroads in your life, you've got to make a decision.
The energy that you put out while making the decisions that you are going to make on a daily basis is important, because the energy that you give to the decision affects the manifestation within your reality. It is important to get into a good feeling state of being, and you will be within the vibrational frequency so that you can receive the inspiration and impulses from your inner being. Imagine the inner being to be a portion of you that is standing high up on the mountaintop, and you are the portion of you that is down within the valley below. And the inner being can see the path all laid out in front and behind you in all directions, is guiding you, and is able to communicate with you more clearly when you are in the vibrational frequency that matches that of your inner being. So it is important to be within a good feeling state of feeling joy or happiness or relief or content or anything that feels better is an indication of getting into the receiving mode, where you can more clearly receive the inspiration and impulses from your inner being, who is high on the mountaintop, guiding you through the path that you are choosing to go on. And you can see specifically where you are within the path. You are making the decisions, you are making the choices within every moment, within every now that you stand in. You make the choice of what to do next.
Everything is energy. Everything. So when you make a decision, you come to a crossroads in your life, you've got to make a decision. Do I get married? Do I get divorced? Do I take this job? Do I go to this school? You're trying to make a decision which road you want to go down. We have these crossroads. And you know, either way you choose, your life is going to be different, won't it? Your life will be different no matter which direction you go. So you're trying to make a decision. And you have a lot of energy going into making that decision.
And what you do next is directly influenced by how you are feeling at the moment that you are making the decision. So when making a decision, the first thing is getting into a good feeling state so that clarity can be at its highest peak, and you can open up the lines to get the communication from your inner being, who is guiding you. Your inner being is like an internal guidance system, like the GPS in your car. You have this inner being within you, guiding you at all times.
But when you aren't up to speed with your inner being, then you feel the deviation, and that's what negative emotion. Light, slight, severe, strong, that's what negative emotion is.
You can choose any path that you want. And by that I mean, you can think a thought that evokes an emotion within you. You can choose the thoughts that you think, and you can choose the trains of thought that you want to perpetuate.
That's not easy, is it? Taking your attention away from something. I'm not going to think about that. I'm not going to think about that. What? That thing I'm thinking about. I'm not going to think about that. But you're thinking about that thing you're not wanting to think about while you're saying you're not going to think about that thing, aren't you? And so you can't not think about something because you're thinking about it while you're not wanting to think about it. But you could think about something else, and that really is the art of deliberate creation, is to find something that is pleasant to think about and then think about it long enough that some momentum becomes big enough that then the thought will begin to entice you and to call you, and so will the evidence. You live, we all do, in a universe of attraction, which means this is an inclusion-based universe. There's no exclusion. So when you see something that you want and you say yes to it, you are calling to you this thing that you want. But when you see something and you shout no at it, you are calling to you this thing you do not want. There's no yes or no. There's only attention to it. And attention to it causes an activation within you. And if it's there long enough, law of attraction begins to respond to your active vibration.
But you do have the power to choose the direction of your thoughts. So because thought evokes emotion, and emotion determines how you feel in the now, you are choosing whichever path you go down within every moment by choosing the thoughts that you are thinking.
There are a lot of things that are beautiful in your world, but there are some things in your world that aren't so beautiful that you still look at because you feel compelled to look at anything that is manifested because it is reality, and you think that because it is reality that it deserves your attention, and we say some of it does but some of it doesn't. Don't let the fact that it's reality be the compelling reason that you're looking there. Now we acknowledge that what you're witnessing influences your point of attraction, and that's really what we're wanting to help you to get around. You've got to stop being such a witness of something you don't want, because you can't let in what you do want as long as you are such a witness to what you don't want. It's just that way. You really don't need a class about law of attraction. You just need observation. I thought this, I felt this way, and this happened. I thought this, I felt this way, and this happened. Law of attraction is not going to be squirrely. It's not going to be partisan. Law of attraction is not going to be unobjective or partial. Law of attraction is going to respond to you. You get what you think about, whether you want it or not. When you care about how you feel, it will cause, it will facilitate a manifestation. A manifestation that is seeable, hearable, smellable, tasteable, touchable. In other words, the manifestation hot on the heels of your alignment that you feel at first.
And in the morning, when I woke up and I intentionally chose a good feeling thought and built momentum in that direction, I had better days. And the more I did this, the easier it became. Like anything else that you practice, it gets easier and easier over time. The way I started changing the momentum of my thoughts about things was to intentionally do it, to wake up and say, this is a beautiful day, and feel it and look for reasons within each moment that made that moment beautiful. Oh, I'm stuck in traffic. Oh, no, my pattern of thought, my train of thought that I had built up before that would have been more negative on that topic if that situation arose in my day. But in order to handle a situation like that in a more better feeling way, if I got stuck in traffic, I wanted to find the beauty of even that moment. So I'd say, let me look around me. Let me find something that's beautiful. The color of the sky is so beautiful to me right now. The color of the grass. The song that's playing on the radio. The memory of a great time with a loved one. I would look for things that were beautiful in every moment to build the momentum in that direction.
We know that if you are like many people, you are stuck in the awareness of what is. You might notice that things are not even. Different people are living different experiences. And certainly it isn't even, because it is always law of attraction responding to the vibrational output of whatever's going on. So rather than arguing in a limiting way that it's just not fair that you're not getting something and somebody else is, stop if you can looking at the manifestation and begin to evaluate just for a little while what you're doing vibrationally. Because what you will begin to notice is that those that are thriving because their mood or their attitude or their opinion about it is something that is working for them. You cannot work against yourself, even by noticing what is, if what is isn't what you want to be. We're just saying, you have more control of your experience than maybe you have realized.
The more I looked out at the world and saw things that I didn't like, and the more I perpetuated those thoughts about those things, the worse everything seemed to get. And it seemed like an endless pit that never could reach the bottom. Like a spiral downward, down a rabbit hole that I just didn't want to go down anymore. And I said, I know that this human experience can be beautiful. And it's up to me to look within each moment and find something beautiful in it. Some moments are harder than others, and maybe there are some moments we just simply at this time can't find beauty in, and that's okay too. But it is my intention, as best I can, to look for the beauty within every now, to perpetuate love and good vibes. Be that lighthouse that shines. If you're looking at the world and you're feeling it's dark and gloomy and these are dark times, be that light that brightens these dark times. It's up to you. You can stand in the dark and complain about how much you don't like it, or you can shine your light and send out your love and brighten up this darkness, if that's the way you look at it. It's all about perspective, pretty much everything, as far as I can tell, because you can choose any narrative you want and focus upon it, and the manifestations will appear within your reality.
Law of attraction will make anything that you focus upon true. Law of attraction will cause anything that you focus upon to be a manifestation that you and others can see. So your criteria must not be if it's true. Your criteria must be, do I prefer it? Do I want it in my experience? Do I want to be the perpetuator of that? Do I want more of that in the world? Do I want more of that in my world? And if the answer is yes, then give it your undivided attention. But if the answer to that is no, I do not want that, then withdraw your attention from it.
You can test it out anytime you want. Once you know and realize that your thoughts do lead to things, you can then make conscious choices of where you direct your thoughts and what you put out into the universe. Your energy matters, and you can tune to whichever frequency you choose by choosing your mood. Your mood sets the tone for your day. Like that old expression, getting out on the wrong side of the bed. Your mood sets the tone for your day. And it's the energy that you are emitting and that is calling things into your reality. And it is what is manifesting around you. It's nice to know that we get to choose what we think about and what we think about it. It's your story. You can write it however you choose.